Yeah. We be on them highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do it my way. We on the highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do this my way. I hold a 6-man. Demons rolling up, I'm about to fix that. Scoffer about to talk, I got the word for him. I ain't even know I even heard from him. Scriptures coming out and ain't no word from him. As soon as I pull out the laws, they run away. You was laughing.
Lots for my people.
So we understand they cast lots, meaning slavery. They sold us, right? They sold our people to slaves. And not only the men, they sold the women and the children. Right. Y'all seen the movie 12 Years a Slave? You ever heard of the movie 12 Years a Slave? No? And what happened in the movie?
No, I heard.
Oh, you heard? Okay. In the movie, you got a sister in the movie, they took her kids right from her hands. Sold her over here, sold the kids over there. She said, Master, can I see my kids? He looked at her like, you're funny, right? Never saw them again. She cried profusely every day for the children. Read that again.
And they have cast lots for my people.
So our history that they don't want to teach you no more, because they're trying to disconnect you more when you go to school, right? In our history, they cast lots, meaning they sold our children, they sold the men and women too. Come on.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
So the young men, look at the industry right now, the rappers. All rappers be wearing what? A dress. They be acting effeminate. They put dyed hair in their head. They wearing weaves. Right. There was a time when we was growing up as men, we call you a sissy. You understand that? So read that part again.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
The show Empire, one of the main characters, what's his name? Jesse Smollett. His main character is what? Being what? A homosexual. The other day, he made up a rumor, a lie that he got beat up for being a homosexual. And got his own people in trouble during what? Black History Month. You understand that? He got his own people. We got 1 month. And he made us look shameful. Made up a lie about him getting beat up for being a homosexual. And it was a lie. That's not helping us, it's bringing us down. But you know what? They started doing that to us in chattel slavery. They sold the young men for harlots. You understand that? Turning out the young boys. Sodomy. Read.
And sold a girl for wine.
And sold a what?
And sold a girl for wine.
That was what they call a bedwench. A bedwench. You ever heard that term before? When you look at, even check out that movie again and read. They called the women bedwenches. They sold the women for wine. It didn't matter how young or old you was. Give me that in the curse. Give me that. We're gonna hold that. Give me that in the curse. You're only 28. It didn't matter how young or old y'all sisters was. The age you at right now, they took y'all from the father and the mother because they sold them and they started selling y'all for wine. Nowadays you'll call that prostitution. You'll call that soliciting. You call that like what's on OBT, a bunch of strip clubs. Or like I said, the industry, the rap industry, what happens? Beyonce, y'all know Beyonce, right? Why Beyonce always gotta have her clothes on? To sell records? She got a beautiful voice, right? Why she can't just sing and that's it to keep the clothes on? Every video Beyonce comes out with, what she gotta have on? A bathing suit. Shaking up her body. Pay attention to that, am I lying? Every sister that got talent, they gotta show off their body. Nicki Minaj, you gotta show off your body. Cardi B, you gotta show off your body. And they say to y'all sisters, that's your role model. But you see, that happened from chattel slavery. They've been teaching that and passing it down from generation to generation. Read that curse real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49.
This is one of the curses that happens to the sisters. You understand that? Come on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
So he brought a nation from the other side of the earth, right? And they came upon us, we didn't even see it coming, right? Come on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We understand one word they were saying because they were speaking another language, right? Come on.
A nation of fierce countenance.
So they had a fierce countenance. How you doing, my brother? We're going over our history in the Bible, prophetically what happened to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How we became African American, Hispanic, West Indian. Because we won't find none of those names in the Bible. We're reading a prophecy that foretold what would happen to our people. Come on, read that again.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
So back then in chattel slavery, you were older gentlemen, right? They didn't care how old you was, did they? Nah, they put you on what? The sugar plantation, the cotton plantation, right? Come on.
Nor show favor to the young.
What about the children? Did they show favor to them? No. The young men, they turned them out into homosexuals was raping them. They raped the black man in front of the black woman. You know why? Because you was the head of the household. They understood, I got to get rid of the head so I can tear down the system. You understand that? They showed a fierce countenance against the older man and the younger children. You understand that? And go back, finish that off real quick. Come on. That was it on that? So they had no regard whether you were young or old. Go back to the curse real quick and give me verse 32. Because I know he went over this before, but I want you to see, as young daughters of Sarah, because that's what the Bible calls you. And you as a prince, they princesses, we're the Israelites. You gotta come back and keep God's commandments. But we're going over some reasons why we don't know who we are. You understand that? This is a prophecy written over thousands of years ago, what would happen to us, the descendants of the transatlantic and the sub-Saharan slave trade.
Right.
Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Because during chattel slavery, right? Where the other sign? Turn the sign on. Yeah, that's the sign on. Turn that sign on. I want you to pay attention to the sign because this is our history. We know that to be true, right? Read that again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
You see a black man right there and a black woman with a what? A baby in her hand. About to be sold off. You think they're going to be sold together? No. Read that again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Your sons and your daughters, these are children. These are children on the cotton field, on the sugar plantation, like your age group right now. They were given, sold unto what? Another people, another race of people had.
Right.
Come on.
And thine eyes shall look and fell with longing for them all the day long.
Us as fathers and the mothers, we looking for the child, couldn't find the child. Never saw them again in life. Never knew what happened to them. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Now imagine how you felt as a strong black man seeing your daughter being sold off in front of you, and you know physically there's nothing I can do to get her back. Living out your life on the plantation and you never saw her again, wondering, whatever happened to my daughter? Whatever happened to my son?
Bring it out.
You understand that?
Oh, yeah.
This is talking about us so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Right.
They sold the daughter and the son. Now go back to Joel. Let's see what they did with the children when they sold the children.
Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
So they selling off the people, right? The grown Israelite man and the mother. Come on.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
They sold the boy for harlots, breeders. Remember what they did to us? When they brought you over here, they wanted to what? We were a commodity. They wanted to keep regenerating that commodity. They wanted to make money off of us. If you check out your history, in New York, the stock market was made off the backs of slaves. We were the original stock. You understand that? Come on.
And sold a girl for wine.
And they sold the girl for what? Wine, so they could drink, for fornication, as a bedwench. Nowadays, like I was telling my sister, they do the same thing. Look at the entertainment industry. All of our sisters that sing or dance, why they got to do it half naked? Why Beyonce got to come out here half naked to show off her body to sell records? Why Cardi B got to be twerking to sell records? Why Nicki Minaj got to be showing up her breasts to sell records? They got talent, right? Whitney Houston, did she have to show off her body? No. You understand that? All our entertainers from back then, they had on long dresses minus apparel. Their talent is what sold the record. But nowadays, they've sold what? Come on.
They have sold a girl for wine.
And a girl for wine. Read.
That they might drink.
That they might drink. That they could get profit off of it. Pay attention to the entertainment industry, BET, right? It says black entertainment television, my sister. But is it really entertaining black people? Do we really like to see, would you like to see your moms up there twerking? No, you don't want to see that. But they say, sister, that's your role model, live up to that. That's nothing to live up to. God called you a princess, you understand that? That's why, as you start to change your ways, he's going to see the example and say, why sis wearing that? Little bro, look, it's in the Bible. Mom and dad might ask, why do you want to dress? Mom and dad, it's in the Bible. This is who we are. 1 Timothy 4:12 real quick. 1 Timothy 4:12. Because as children, y'all also lead by example because y'all also went into slavery. So all of this right here, the renewing of your mind, the changing of your ways, it starts with the children as well as with the adults, right? Come on.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth.
What?
Let no man despise thy youth.
So my sisters, as the older siblings for these younger siblings, read it again.
Let no man despise thy youth.
Don't let nobody hate on your youth because you found out today something that a lot of our people don't know. That you're Israelites. that you're God's chosen people, that y'all princesses, that y'all supposed to wear what? Long flowing dresses, because you're a princess, and you're supposed to have fringes on it. You understand that? Let nobody hate on that thing. Come on.
But be thou an example.
Be what?
But be thou an example.
That's the point I was trying to get at. Y'all gotta be an example for the young men, because I like the example you was giving him. Obey, come over here. For what? His benefit, right? Because you don't want to see him run out in the street, get hit by a car. You understand? So you tell him for his good. He might not understand it, but Lord's will one day he'll get it. And thank you, say sis. I appreciate you for looking out for me, right? So he says, be an example. Like the officer went over, we have daughters as well. They'll be an example for you as well. Because the things that you deal with in the public school, the peer pressure, the weed smoke, the, hey girl, you know you look good, you come be my girl. Our daughters deal with that too. And we teach them and show them, thus saith the Lord, how to deal with those things, right? But be an example.
But be thou an example of the believers.
Of who?
Of the believers.
Of the believers, the ones that are saying, I never knew that was in the Bible. You showed me something I never knew. How could I go about doing that too? You understand? Come on.
But be thou an example of the believer. In word.
In what?
In word.
In word and how you speak. That's another thing. A lot of our young children, because I did it too. We cuss a lot, we say a lot of profanity. Nah, that's not the way to roll as a righteous Israelite system. They're supposed to hear you talk and be like, why she talk like that? You know what they're gonna say? And you can keep it real, they're gonna be like, oh, she's talking white. You know how people say that? Because you're talking proper. You're not saying vile stuff, but that's not talking white. That's thus saith the Lord. Be an example in the word and the way you speak to one another. Don't cuss each other out. No more calling each other niggas and hoes. Nah, you an Israelite princess. I'm gonna call you that. Read.
And conversation.
And conversation, the way you carry yourself. Because you know, a lot of times, people what? They hear the conversation and they judge you off your conversation, right? Don't care how you might be dressed. They look at you and say, wow, he's saying a lot of crazy stuff. She's saying a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of these young men out here, they hear you talking profane and certain things you shouldn't be talking. You know how they gonna look at you? Oh, she's probably a jumper. I'm gonna go holler at this sister. You understand? I'm gonna keep it real. That's how it goes down. That's why you gotta be an example about the things you say and your actions as well. Come on.
And charity, and spirit, and faith, and purity.
And purity, because God said you're pure when you do those type of things. That's when you truly become a daughter of Sarah. Y'all understand that, sisters? Exodus 20 and 12. So as young children, when y'all go home too, and y'all show y'all parents this information, don't beat up on mom and dad. Come on, you gotta respect sis. That's what we're going over right now. I want you to pay attention. What's your name again? Titus? I want you to hear this, Titus. Come on.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 12.
Because this is the commandments God gives to the children as well. Come on.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
So say that again.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Now, they taught us honoring mom and dad is what? Father's Day, Mother's Day, right? So only one day we respect them? No. Read it again.
Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
So your days will be long. You can live a long, healthy life. So let's find out. Give me that in 1 Kings. Let's find out what does it mean to honor father and mother. Go to Ephesians 6 and 1 first. Let's see what it means to honor father and mother, because like I said, right now we got Mother's Day coming up next month, and the world is telling us one day. Honor means respect. You should be respecting mom and dad every day.
That's right.
You understand that? And then give me Sirach 7:23. Come on, read that.
The book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord.
You hear that, Titus? Read that again.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord.
Titus, as a young child, you know how you obey your parents in the Lord? By listening to your older siblings. Because they give them the direction to teach you.
Right.
You understand that? They may say, Titus, don't cross the street without me. Hold your hand. Titus, listen when I'm talking to you, because it's for your benefit. Read it again.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord.
So Titus, even my sisters right now, obey your parents in the Lord. In the Lord, meaning what? The commandments that he gave us. Don't eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. Don't rock no more pants. You can respectfully go to your parents. Mom, Dad, I understand you guys have the money, y'all make the budget, but maybe we could find, you know, a cheap dress for me to wear. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be $1,000 dress, but something modest. The same money you was gonna use to buy the pants, buy me a dress, please. You understand? That's how you respectfully talk to mom and dad. Come on.
For this is right.
For this is what?
For this is right.
God said this is right. That's in the New Testament. God said that is right. Read.
Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise.
And the first commandment was promised. Yeah, and that's the first commandment with promise we read out of the 10 commandments. Y'all follow? Out of the 10 commandments, right? Go to that real quick, yeah. hold that, Sirach, and then get 1 Corinthians real quick, 11 and 3. You got it? Yeah, 7:23.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 23. As thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. As thou daughter, have a care of their body, and do not thyself cheerful toward them.
Read it again from the top.
As thou daughters, have a care of their body.
No, bow down from the 23.
So, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 23. As thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
So as parents, that's what you're supposed to be doing. As a parent myself, this is what we're doing right now with the Bible. We're instructing the youth. As older men in the community, this is our responsibility and our job. I might not be your actual birth father, but I care about you as a daughter. You understand that? Because I view you as a daughter. You're the same age as my children. And I want to see nothing bad happen to y'all. You understand that? So we're giving you instructions out of the Bible. Come on.
As thou...
Jump to verse 27.
Verse 27. Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrow of thy mother.
So real quick, what's your name, sir? Kenny. Kenny? Nice to meet you, Kenny. What we going over, as you can hear, is instructions given to the children. And Kenny, it's your responsibility too. When you see the children in the neighborhood, because this is our responsibility as men, we're leaders of the community, to instruct the children. Read verse 27.
Honor thy father with thy whole heart.
So Kenny, children, if y'all see Kenny, and Kenny wants to say to y'all, don't run across the street because it's a green light, y'all should honor him as a father figure because he's giving you what? Instruction for you to live. You understand that? Read it again. Honor thy father.
Honor thy father with thy whole heart.
So the Bible says for children, and also Kenny, if you got children and grandchildren, you should teach them. Honor means respect their father. Respect their parents with their whole heart, their whole mind. Read.
And forget not the sorrow of thy mother.
And don't forget the sorrow of the mom, because let me ask y'all children a question. Your mom gave y'all birth, right? Do you know the sorrow she went through during childbirth? A lot of sorrow, right? A lot of pains, pushing the children out. Could y'all ever repay her for that? There's no amount of money you can give back. But you know how you repay her? By respecting her, by honor. You understand that? Come on.
Remember that thou was begotten of them.
You see that, Kenny? Us too, because your pop's still alive? Nah, okay, but you got kids, right? You don't got no kids? Well, guess what? The children in the community, those will be your children. You understand that? You shouldn't treat them as children and instruct them. Come on.
Remember that thou was begotten of them.
And we all got to remember, we was born from a man and a woman coming together and having us. God put them together. And we can never repay them for that. So we honor them by respecting them, by keeping the commandments.
Right.
Come on.
And how canst thou recompense them?
You see that? We can never pay them back. There's no way none of us can go back in time and say, you know what? I'm going to pay you back for the Lord bringing him and her together and y'all having seed and having me. Some of us even had C-sections, mom and had C. We can never pay them back for those type of things. You understand that? Come on.
And how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee? Fear the Lord with all thy soul.
So he's going to tell us how to repay them. Come on.
And reverence his priests.
And reverence his priests. Fear God. How we fear God? By keeping his commandments, fearing his judgment. You understand that, Kenny? You understand my daughters? And I say my daughters for a reason, because that's how I view y'all as daughters. That's who y'all are. Daughters of Sarah. Keep the commandments that the officer went over with you. You understand that? Kenny.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. We have repented. How are you? People want to know, who's the king?
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.